questions, decimal expansion of root 2. So what is your decimal expansion of root 2? First you should know one thing, what is root 2? Root 2 we can't write in the form of p by q. Why sir? It is irrational number. When root 2 is irrational number, we can't write a finite decimal. This is terminating decimal. Okay. It is not recurring decimal. Okay. So non-terminating, non-recurring decimal is called irrational number. Understand? So root 2 is irrational number. So it is not terminating decimal. It is not right in the fraction part of p by q. It is not recurring decimal. So it is non-terminating, non-recurring decimal is correct answer. Now next question. An irrational number between. So between irrational, no, see that this is number line 5. This is number line 6. So in this number line 5 and 6, if you want anything, it should be lies between 5 and 6. Okay. 5 and 6, the value should be less between 5 and 6. And they ask you to find irrational number. This is rational number because p by q form 11 by 2, 5.5, which is lies between 5 and 6. But this is rational. But what do you want to find? Irrational. So this is not correct. 5 plus 6, 11, root 11. Root 11 is nothing but something 3 point something. Okay, 3 3 is 9, balance 20, and 3 6 or 18, like that it goes on. It is non-terminating, it is irrational, but this irrational number lies between 4 and 5. We want irrational number between 5 and 6, so this is not correct. And yes, this is correct. When you take 5 into 6, 30, root 30, the value of root 30 should be rational number 5 point something. 5 5s are 25, 50, so if you divide by 10, 4, like that, 5.4, so something like that goes on. So it is non-terminating, non-recurring, it is irrational number, lies between 5 and 6. Understand, dear students? Now, simplest form. How to find simplest form of 0.54? Now you have to take 0.54. Okay, question number 3 I wish to do. So they have given above that star is there. Okay. When you have bar, above bar, that is recurring decimal. Okay. So the recurring decimal can be write in the form of p by q. So how to write p by q form, sir? First you have to take x equal to, what is for x? Let keep, okay, x equal to 0.54 bar. What do you mean by bar? Repeating, recurring, 54, 54, 54. It repeat again and again. Okay. Now we multiply by 100. Why to multiply by 100, sir? This is very important question. Why do you multiply this number by 100? Because the decimal block is only 2 digit. The 2-digit decimal block should come to whole number. That's why you multiply by 100. When I multiply by 100, the decimal block 54, 2-digit decimal block will come to the whole number. That is the reason. Now again you have to write x. 0.54, 54, 54. It is repeating. When you subtract, okay, 100x minus x is 99x. 54 minus 0 is 54. And all the decimal block will be 0. 54 minus 54, 0, 0. Correct? Like that, all the decimal block becomes 0, 0, 0. Here also 54 is repeating. 54 minus 54, 0, 0. Like that it goes. Now, after decimal, this will be, leave it. So what is x? X should be 54 by, yes, 99. But that option is not available in that. 54 by 99. Is it here? No, sir. What to do? You have to find out, is there anything to be cancelled? That you have to check. Simplified form. If you divide by 9, this is 6 9s are 54, 11 9s are. So what is your correct answer? 6 by 11 is the correct form. So all the recurring decimal can be write in the form of p by q because recurring decimal is the rational numbers. Understand? Now come to the question. Yeah, this is 1 by 3, 1 by 3 power. So we can use that formula. What is that formula? A power m. Yeah, that formula we can apply. So a power m into b power m. So we have same power, but the base is different. You can write a into b whole power. The power is same, so we can write m. Using that technique, this is 25, this is 5. We can write 25 into 5 whole power. The base power is 1 by 3. Cube root of. What is cube root of? This is 25 become 5 into 5. So we can write 5 cube whole power 1 by 3. So 3 get cancelled. 5 is the answer. Understand? Cube root of 25 into 5 is 125. So what is cube root of 125? That is 5. Which of the following is polynomial? Polynomial means degree should be, the condition for polynomial degree should be whole number. Here degree is 1 by 2. Okay. Degree is 1 by 2. This is not a polynomial. Here 1 by 2 in the base, if you bring to the numerator, so y power minus 1 by 2 plus 7. This is not a polynomial because minus 1 by 2 is not a whole number. 1 by 2 is not a whole number. And this is not a polynomial because y power 1 by 3. The power is 1 by 3, which is not a whole number. So it is not a degree. So this is not a polynomial. So which is the polynomial? This is the polynomial. Understand? So condition for the polynomial, degree should be whole number. What is the whole number? 0, 1, 2, like that. Degree should be whole number. Fraction, integers, irrational, never accepting. Understand? Next we can see number 6. Cubic polynomial, quadratic polynomial, linear polynomial. Okay. So when you talk about cubic polynomial, maximum 3 zeros will be there for cubic polynomial. Okay. Quadratic polynomial means 2 zeros. Okay. They said at least 3 zeros. Okay. 3 zeros, at least 3 zeros. Both answers are look similar. Question number 6. Yeah, question number 6, 3 zeros is correct answer because sometimes you may not get, we can't sure about 3 zeros. Okay. Some imaginary, you may not hear about that. So this is the graph line. Okay. If the graph line, the curve should intersect the x-axis. See, this is cubic polynomial. This cubic polynomial intersect x-axis at 3 places. 1, 2, 3. If it is intersect at 3 places, 3 polynomial. Okay. 3 polynomial compulsory. So this is cubic polynomial. But some cubic polynomial will be there that may not intersect. So this is another cubic polynomial. This is also cubic polynomial. But x-axis is intersect at only 1 point. Here it is not, it is intersecting at 3 points. First cubic polynomial intersect at 3 points, which indicate 3 zeros will be there. Okay, suppose this is a point 1, minus 1, 0, plus 1. Then cubic polynomial will be x plus 1 into x minus 1. So this is your cubic polynomial. Okay, this polynomial indicate that x cube minus x square. X cube. Okay, this is x square minus 1. Then you multiply x cube minus 6. This is a cubic polynomial. It has 3 intersection with the x-axis. So it has 3 zeros. Some zeros. What do you mean by at least 3 zeros? 3 zeros, more than 3 zeros. How can I say more than 3 zeros? Okay, when cubic polynomial is there, we can say more than 3 zeros. 3 zeros is possible. Sometimes that if it is not intersect with x-axis, okay, then the real imaginary zeros will be there. So we can say that never be more than 3 zeros. So option 30 is correct. We can say at most 3 zeros is correct. At most 3 zeros also correct. Okay, but at least 3 zeros means 3 zeros, 4 0, 5 0, everything will come. No, cubic polynomial means not more than 3 zeros. Maximum 3 zeros can come. Cubic or the degree of the polynomial should be 3. Understand now? Next one. What root 3? Root 3 is the polynomial of degree. So polynomial means x-axis, x should be there. Okay, here there is no x. If x is there, the degree is 1. Only x. Suppose if you have x square, the degree is 2 in that polynomial. So there is no x, there is no x square. Now how to tell about degree, sir? I wish to write x in front, in the back of the root 3. Sorry, you can't write like that. Yes, you are correct. If you put 0, what is the value of our x to the power 0? The value of x to the power 0 is 1. So I can multiply root 3 with 1 is root 3. So now you tell me what is the degree of the polynomial? 0. So the correct answer for constant, root 3 is the constant. For any constant, degree of the polynomial is 0. Because constant can be multiplied with 1, which can be represented by x to the power 0. The degree of the polynomial is 0. Do you understand? Now, 0 of the polynomial, what's that? When you have 0 of the polynomial, question number 8, not defined. Okay, 0 of the polynomial. When you have constant, then in front of the constant we can put 1, we can find the 0 polynomial, degree of the polynomial. So 0 of the polynomial is not defined. Now question number 9. So they have given c value. So replace c value with 3 by 5. And s value. Replace s value is 1 by 10. Then we have to find the t value. Okay, shall we try this 9th question? I wish to try in that whiteboard. So now substitute the value. The values they are given, that values you have to substitute and try to find the values. Okay, what is your c? First write that equation, c equal to s plus 3t. What is your c value? 3 by 5. What is your s value? 1 by 10. 3 into t. I think you may understand that. How to find t value? So the constant or the like terms. Like terms you have to bring same side. When you bring the like terms to the same side, unknown variable we can find. That is the technique. Now 3 by 5. If you bring 1 by 10 to left hand side, become minus 1 by 10, which is equal to 3t. Understand? How to do that, sir? Can you do 3 minus 1? No, sir. When can you do? When denominators are same, we can do. But what is your denominator here? 5, 10. Different denominator. Same denominator we want to do that. So multiply by what? It become 10? 2. 2 5s are 10. The same 2 we also multiply the numerator. Now base is 10. Now we can do, sir, same 10. Now we can subtract the numerator. 3 2s are 6 minus 1, which is equal to 3t. This is 5 by 10. Correct? 5 by 10 can be simplified. How? Divided by 5. When we divide by 5, it becomes 1 by 2. 1 5s are 2 5s are. Now 3 you can divide by, you can send this 3 to denominator. So this is 1 by 2 into 3, which is your t. So t value is 1 by 6. Now come back to the question. Yeah, 1 by 6 is the correct answer. This you can tick. The correct answer is 1 by 6. Now the equation of x-axis is of the form. See, x-axis and y-axis. Okay, this is your x-axis. Always the values on the x-axis, which value is 0? Yeah, the value on the x-axis, y value is always 0. So equation of x-axis, y equal to 0. Equation of y-axis, the x value is always 0. Understand?